I am afraid of heights, like paralyzing fear of heights and anything associated with heights. So put me in a helicopter, skydiving, a balcony where I can see over the edge, skydiving. Not good because I'm scared of heights. So I've been doing some research on how to overcome my fears and phobias. And what I need is exposure therapy. I've got to experience it to get over it. And scientific research says 7 times is what you need to do to experience it to get over your fears. And last night on Sunday Night Football, the Chiefs lost for the 7th time, and no one in the NFL is afraid of the Chiefs. Have a 14% chance of making the playoffs. They can't win one possession games. They can't generate offense. They can't run the ball. And they can't win the AFC West this year 9 times in a row. And now they can no longer win it. And they're one loss or a couple wins away from the Chargers or the Colts from being eliminated and sent home. No one is scared of the Chiefs. I got over my fear of the Chiefs. Might as well get over my fear of heights. 2-for-1 special this week.
All right. Remember I talked about Penn State and the karma behind that program?
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy, the Chiefs fan, that dressed up and like he was the Chiefs' ultimate fan? Like he was at every game dressed up. Turned out he was like robbing people on the side. And then you have Taylor Swift. It's karma. It's karma.
Yeah.
It's karma. Chiefs. You haven't seen. Have you subsequently seen many State Farm commercials? Do they switch people? Do they say, sorry, Patrick, don't show up. We don't need you.
Switch to Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, we
But don't switch to this channel because hello and welcome to K-Win and Big Ben. Nope. Hello and welcome to Big Ben and K-Win. Each week we broadcast live on YouTube. But if you're more of a person who wants to watch us on demand at the gym, at home, or on the road, you can check us out. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. It'll really help us. More of an audio podcast person like Big Ben. He crushes abs, he crushes biceps, and he crushes Big Ben and K-Win at the gym. You can listen to us anywhere you get your audio podcast. Make sure you also give us a thumbs up, 5-star rate us, and subscribe to the pod. I'm K-Win. He's Big Ben. We talked a little bit about the sorry Chiefs. We're going to talk about more NFL, a little college football. And Big Ben wants to get into some college basketball.
No one fears the Chiefs. Does anyone fear anyone in the NFL? There is not a team out there that I would fear.
In the NFC, I don't fear anyone in the AFC.
Okay. What about the NFC?
NFC, Rams, Packers, Seahawks. I'll even throw in the Bears. They lost, but they dominated the second half of that game versus the Eagles. Road game, cold, weather, young team. They outplayed the Packers in the second half. Those are the 4 teams I'm afraid of.
No, because I don't trust any of those quarterbacks carte blanche. I'm serious. Like Stafford's old. Stafford's old. Like there's chinks in the armor.
Listen, if you're playing at home in sunny California in a dome stadium with Sean McVay scheming up the plays, there's no weather. There's no things.
Fair, but that's that.
And Adams, you have Corum, and you have Kyron Williams. I fear the Rams.
Let me put it this way. You have a fear of heights, right? You're not running up against any balconies. You're not going in any helicopter rides, and you're not bungee jumping in the NFL this season. There are none of those teams.
I disagree. NFC. The winner of the NFC will win the Super Bowl. That's not a bold statement, but there's 4 teams that are in the driver's seat to Santa Clara for the Super Bowl, and they have a chance to do something special.
College football is I talked about 6-star spicy. It is 7-star. It is like you're sweating, your tongue is falling out, and it's all around the narrative around Notre Dame, not in a conference, ESPN not getting paid by Notre Dame, ESPN being NBC, therefore ESPN controls the contract of the College Football Playoff for the next 10 years, and subsequently the ACC is on ESPN. So Miami gets in. That's fair, right? but get in a conference, Notre Dame. I want to bring up an analogy for you. Tulane and James Madison. They give college football hope, right?
Hope for what?
Hope. College football. I'm saying the Power Fives or the non-Power Fives or fours at this point.
Group of fives. Put some respect on that name.
But everyone beyond the Big Ten and SEC. Hope beyond that. And I want to say this. Do you remember Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Do you remember
Best
that
game ever.
He played as Little Mac, right? Okay, and there's the minor circuit. Well, everyone looks at James Madison and Tulane as potentially being a minor circuit. That's probably the uproar, right? Notre Dame says, we could dominate both these teams that you just let in. Here's my thing. If James Madison and Tulane show up as Glass Joe in a fight with Mike Tyson and get dominated, next year we will not see any group of 5 teams in the college football playoff. Can you agree to that? If they show up in the major circuit as ball bulls, throw some blows, there's some intrigue, people are watching. The other part of this is no one watches Tulane or James Madison play in that first round. Probably not coming back either.
I'm going one step further. You've said it before. It's just a matter of time before it's only the Power 4 conferences in the playoffs. I think we're a couple years away from that. And I think we're 5 years away from it only being the SEC, the Big Ten, and Notre Dame. Because you're right. I don't want to see James Madison. I'd rather see Notre Dame get in it. I don't want to see Tulane. I'd rather see Texas or Vandy get in it.
Exactly.
Those are the teams and the schools that I want to see compete for a natty. I want the best 12 teams. It's not the most deserving teams. It's the best teams. And I want to see the best 12. And they're in Power 4 plus Notre Dame.
But what if James Madison or Tulane pulls off an upset?
It's
all of a sudden
when like a 15 beats a 2.
Exactly. All of a sudden there's intrigue.
But they don't win it. They get blown out.
So what? Everyone's talking about Lehigh beating number 2 Duke. Everyone talks CJ McCollum. Like, that's what you want. That's what you hope for. I'm not saying it's happened. I'm not going to say it's going to happen. But what I'm saying is it provides intrigue. People start watching. All of a sudden, Tulane's America's team, just like the Zags. And all of a sudden, the group of 5, is it group? Yeah, group of 5 get invited again. This is an audition, nothing more. To see if the committee
is over. After this year, no more group of 5. And you know what?
I'm just trying to bring up.
They're also going to get rid of the conference championship game. They're going to nix that, and they're going to get rid of bowl games. Those are my 3 hot takes. Bowl games are gone. Conference championships are gone. Group of 5 is gone too. Give me the top 12 teams and let's go. Is Notre Dame going to join a conference after this?
Oh, well, they're not going to join the ACC. You think the ACC went and said, yo, we'd rather you put in Miami than Notre Dame, and to be honest, you're airing our games and you're aligned with us?
Well, that's what Notre Dame's saying is they're, promoting Miami and endorsing Miami, and they weren't endorsing Notre Dame, which I'm okay with that because Notre Dame is not a part of the ACC for football. Nope. They are for all the other sports, but they're not for football. So why would the ACC commissioner promote Notre Dame? They're not even in the conference for football. Especially
when the team, so you get I think it's $4 million to show up in the college football playoff. That's how much you're getting. So SEC is getting 20 mil. ACC is probably, yeah, of course. You're going to go say, we want $4 million.
Yeah.
Put the Canes in. $4 million goes directly to Notre Dame. What conference would they join? I feel like, who wants Notre Dame in the conference? Big Ten?
They would improve the ACC. And you know what? I heard this take. If they were in the ACC, they would have been in the conference championship game, and they would have won, and they would have been in. So they got penalized for being independent.
Fair. That's fair.
They got what they deserved, okay?
You can't go play Stanford in week 12. No. You see, And if you're a Notre Dame fan, in the scheduling, it's all about tradition, right? Going out and playing the same teams. Now you have to mix in some ACC teams, like they're playing. I think they played Louisville this year, but you can't. The landscape has changed. Tradition is out the door. We're not going to go pat you on the back. Hey, thanks for playing Stanford again. A lot of those people care about the outcome of that game and really want to watch you play Stanford. That's not the case anymore.
Their best win was against USC. And USC was okay, but that's not a flagship win that gets you into the conference football playoff.
And you're not getting any flagship wins in the ACC anymore either. Like, you got to go full circle. You're right. It's going to be Big Ten, SEC. Everyone wants to watch those games.
Yeah.
Travesty. College football is broken in a big way. It's not?
It's the Wild Wild West, but we love it. It's exciting. It's like a novella on Telemundo. It's got everything that you could want and more. But here's my problem with college football. They need to institute a rule where coaches can't move until after the season's over. Because you've got 4 teams in the first round of the college football playoff with coaches that have moved on. Lane Kiffin's the only one that's moved on and can't coach. You've got
Tulane.
John Summerall from Tulane. He's got the Florida job. He's coaching for Tulane. You've got Bob Chesney. Yeah, couldn't read my handwriting. Bob Chesney from JMU. He's going to UCLA. And then Oregon's losing 2 of their coordinators. Will Stein, their offensive coordinator, going to Kentucky. Their defensive coordinator is going to Cal. And why I bring this up is because they are all doing double duty.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are they preparing for their game, but you know what happens on January 1st, the second round of the playoff? The transfer portal opens up. So you've got to keep your current players from leaving. You've got to go and recruit new players, and then you've got to build your staff, and you have to build the game plan. There's going to be distraction, which could come into play in the first round of the college football playoff.
This is what it is. There's no governance. There's no oversight. There's nothing. Like, rational minds would go, we should probably allow coach. Yes, to your point, we probably shouldn't start the portal in the middle of the playoff. Like, that's just nonsense.
When the best teams are playing in the playoffs, how could you start the portal at that same time?
Especially when coaches are like, when can you start? Could you play for us in the second round? It's ludicrous.
No, I'm out of here.
I'm ludicrous.
Going to LSU with Kiff.
I know. Yes. Could you imagine? Like, that's like, it is chaos. It's utter chaos. And you get glimpses of it where coaches who have been around a long time, where they're like, I had to make the decision: do I stick with my team that I've been with, or do I go to a new team? The only thing I could do is exactly what you mentioned: the 2 coordinators from Oregon, and then the Tulane guy. You're half in, half out, and then you're half in, half out on both sides.
Correct.
So you're basically.
And when you're trying to do 2 things at the same time, you're not effectively doing one thing.
Yes. Could you imagine?
You're going to get ready for Texas Tech when you've got to go and recruit players.
What do you have portal visits coming to watch you just coach? You're not recruiting them to that team. You're just having them come so you can talk to them at halftime. Like, that's
you're probably, I would assume, you're flying. Watching game film on the plane, going to see these players, going to get your staff, coming back, double duty. Hold on, let me put pause on this and let me pick up this phone call from a 5-star recruit.
I saw Trent Dilfer. He did an interview, and he's like, he coached at a prominent school in Louisiana at high school, and he's like, I've had college coaches sit across from me and just be like, I would take your job any day of the week. It's an absolute mess. Yeah. It's an absolute, utter mess. And that's why they get paid so much. You're not coaching for the following year. You're coaching just for that year.
Yeah.
You are recruiting just for that year. Like, that's it. We're going to come in. We're going to pay you money. You better have some, What we pay you better be relative to your output. And that's what it is. There's no relationships. There's just transactions.
It's transactional, yeah.
It's all transactions.
MVP, 2-player race, Stafford, Drake Maye. Do you agree with that statement?
I think if Josh Allen keeps doing what Josh Allen's done in the last couple of weeks, his name will pop up.
Barely beating the Bengals? That's an MVP?
They won. And he had 4 tutties. Neither of those guys really MVP type year. Like,
what are you talking about? Stafford is leading the league in touchdowns.
How many touchdowns?
He's got 35 touchdowns.
Okay.
He's leading the league in passer rating. He only has 4 interceptions. The Rams could win the division and be a number 1 seed in the NFC at 37. Then you've got Drake Maye. He's second in in quarterback rating. I think he's second in yards. He's also rushing for yards. The Pats could win the division and be the number 1 seed in the AFC. It's going to come down to those two. I think Josh Allen is number 3. But I got a recency bias.
You're going with Stafford.
I'm going with Stafford right now. Because I think the Bills are going to beat the Patriots.
Fair. Like, I'm telling you, if Josh Allen has a big game against the Patriots and I think the narrative will shift pretty quickly.
But he's not going to get voted back-to-back.
Why not?
I don't think the Bills have had a dominant season.
No one's had a dominant season.
Rams, Patriots.
Dominant?
Dominant. Patriots have won how many games in a row now?
Okay.
They've won 10 in a row. And then if you look, it's your whole Cal Raleigh argument, right? Like, if you look at the Patriots last year.
The
last couple years.
Hold on. No, it's not just Drake Maye. Go back. They spent $240 million.
You got on here and said he had no wide receivers and no weapons.
Who?
The Patriots.
Kayshon Boutte looks okay. No. I'm not saying that. Okay, if you want to make that argument, then Drake Maye's your MVP running away.
As of today, but I think they lose to the Bills. Stafford keeps winning. He crushes the Seahawks again.
So this is relative. So Matthew Stafford is the Aaron Judge. A little bit better stats, a little bit better, Now, Drake Maye is obviously doing more for the team, and they've won 10 straight. Stafford's probably going to win. Stats are better.
His stats are better, yes.
Stats are better. Okay.
Advanced stats are better. I'm worried about the Seahawks, though.
I am too. We don't look good in any area other than, like, our defense is good. Defense is good. Probably one of the best ones in the NFL right now.
Behind the Texans and the Rams and the Packers.
Easy. Well, advanced stats would tell you the Seahawks have the best defense over the course of the past, 8 games.
No. The Vikings and every team is just gift wrapping interceptions and fumbles. I
said 8 games. I didn't say 1. I'm not taking this last game as like a flagship. Look how great of a defense we are. No, it's a good defense.
It is a good defense.
It is elite-ish defense.
Yes.
Elite-ish.
Top 10 defense. They have a top 10 defense.
Top 5.
7 to 8.
Top 5. I'm a little worried too, just because we can't figure out the offense. And we're not that deep at receiver. Like, Shaheed's not the guy. Like, he's not the guy to solve that. Cooper had a tutty. Horton's out. He's been hurt. Like, Horton who? I'm worried because we run up against a good defense. Let's call the Packers. You're not going to get many unless you can convert on third downs. And the only way you're doing that at JSN, they'll bracket him. The Falcons bracket him pretty well. Got to Darnold. Kupp and Shaheed's a deep threat. Kupp's still not. Like, it's just, there's a gap there. And Kenneth Walker's not ripping off 9-yard runs. Neither is Charbonnet. I'm a little worried. And its offensive line's not. A little leaky.
worried for those reasons, but those are valid reasons. I'm worried because they haven't been in too many close games. I think they lead
Fair.
the NFL with 6 games where they've beat the opponents by at least 2 touchdowns. So if you look at the small sample size of the close games, it was versus the Rams. Sammy D had 4 interceptions versus the Bucks. He threw a late interception. Now, is that a coincidence or is that a trend? I just feel like if you're in these close games, you have more experience. And I think they might just get a little tight. They might pucker their butts a little bit.
Ooh, butt puckers. I would agree with that. And like points off turnovers is a big Seahawks stat this year, and we're exploiting the bad teams.
Yeah.
And if you took those out as anomalies, right, it's not as good. We don't look as good. We don't look as pretty. But we're playing the same teams that that the Rams are playing. We're playing the same teams that the Niners are playing. So I think the NFC West may look a little bit better than they normally do due to the fact that they play the NFC South and the AFC South. So
I think that's the only reason the Niners are going to make it to the playoffs is because we're playing the NFC South and the AFC South.
Yeah,
I mean, they're bad.
They're very bad. But I'd also say this in the NFC, like the teams you mentioned earlier, the Rams, the Packers, the Bears,
Hawks,
and like there's no team running away from the other ones.
No, but those are clearly the 4 best, and I think that the next tier is probably the Eagles, the Niners, the Bucks, or the Panthers, and the Lions. Yeah. And they all have their weaknesses and inefficiencies at that level.
I can agree with that. Bucks lost this week.
Eagles just lost the Chargers.
Chargers are 9-4.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
how?
Beat up on the Raiders.
Omarion Hampton's back. Defense looked pretty good too.
Yeah. There's no offensive line though. Herbert's running for his life every single play. He got sacked 5 times tonight. It's going to be interesting because I think these teams are going to make it to the playoffs, and then you're just going to see exactly why they're going to get eliminated in the first round because the Chargers can't protect or give Herbert enough time. And when they play against a premier team, they're going to lose. I'm not sold on the Broncos, the Colts. I mean, I feel bad that Daniel Jones is a season-ending injury. Riley Leonard's out. Anthony Richardson's hurt. They might sign Phillip Rivers. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Phillip Rivers has grandkids.
Yeah.
Imagine. That'd be amazing. A little college basketball. We'll get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
Go.
I am going to the UCLA Zags game on Saturday. 8:30 start tip. That's late. Nap at halftime. What is your when do you start engaging with men's college basketball? In terms of viewing or interest wise?
I usually watch a couple of Thanksgiving Day tournaments or the ACC, Big Ten, and then I stop because college football playoffs, NFL, and NBA get good, and then I pick it up probably late February, right before conference play.
Some things to note. This is it. LeBron's kid plays for Arizona.
Yeah.
Tommy Lloyd doesn't let him in the game. May not break his red shirt. I applaud Tommy Lloyd.
So he is redshirting.
We don't know. It's like a continual watch in the college football or basketball ranks. Is his red shirt going to get broken? We will see. Zags are good this year. They got torched the other night, but they're still ranked 8th. Houston,
Michigan's good.
Michigan is really good.
That's the Zags' only loss. Zags beat Bama, Creighton.
Yeah, Zags have some solid wins.
They smacked Kentucky by 30, I think.
They did. Kentucky's reeling. In fact, they dropped out. Mark Pope. Oof, that's a tough job.
Yeah.
That's a tough job. And then I'll end with this. I think we're going to see a lot of the same things we see in college football in terms of trends in college basketball. John Calipari comes out and he says, there's a lot of guys out there with beards, and they're old. They're getting NIL money, right? Same kind of thing. Coach, the same point, he's coaching for that year. You're not bringing in kids that you're going to develop into the system. You're bringing in kids to win for that year. He's like, the kid's got eligibility and he's good. Why not?
Yeah.
He talked about one guy that had, he had to pay, he had a couple kids and he had to pay his wife's alimony. So he's sticking around and playing college basketball. But that trend will hit, right? And we'll see coaches move more, which will be unfortunate. And
the trend that I think we'll see, and I should have clicked on this story a little further. There was a player who he turned pro and he played for one of those teams like the G League Unite or one of those teams, and then he stopped and he went to college. So it's like, are we going to get someone in the G League who's been around for 8 years who hasn't played college basketball, and he's going to go to Kentucky or Louisville?
Clock hasn't started. Clock hasn't
started, right?
Right? Yeah. I'm sure there's trackers too.
If I'm a college basketball coach, I'm getting an international star who's like 28, who plays for like Real Madrid or Maccabi, like one of those top tier international basketball programs, and I'm bringing them to North Carolina.
No
NIL deal.
If you're a basketball only school, let's call UConn, kind of like UConn or the Zags, but probably UConn just because they have the national titles to speak to it. You could probably go convince some alumni, like, hey, we can bring some of these guys, and you're going to go pilfer from some of these Australian basketball leagues. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, high school kids, you're not going to college, but you're going to lesser leagues, international leagues to develop and then come to college.
Yeah, you could see that in the Big East, right? Because they don't have the powerhouse football getting all the revenue. So like Creighton, Nova, Georgetown.
Ooh, NIL money. Are they getting? Is every school get NIL money regardless?
So you have to opt into that settlement. So like the SEC, the AC's in it, and then individual teams can opt in. But if you opt in, you've got to pay your players back and forward for a couple years. And then as a result of that, you get like $25 million a year, which is divvied up, I think, for the athletic.
What's a Final Four run? There's got to be some cost analysis you could do against that. These two guys, probability. God, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
28-year-old.
Zags are good, though.
Zags are good.
Dominant. Graham, Ike, Brendan Huff, Twin Towers inside, dominant. Yeah. They're averaging 92 points per game. Not those two players, the Zags.
It's going to be another year for the Zags. High hopes, America's team. Maybe get to an Elite Eight, maybe Final Four, maybe.
I'm saying Final Four.
Yeah, Michigan's good. Houston's good.
UConn's good.
I'm excited.
BYU's good.
I'm excited. Oh, BYU's got the guy.
Yeah. Arizona's good. Arizona's number one.
Arizona is number one. Got Tucson. Tommy Lloyd. Tommy Lloyd is so quick story, then we'll get out. We can finish up. I went to Gonzaga basketball camp 5 times. I only went to school 4 years. They got to know me pretty well. So I would watch Tommy Lloyd sit in Mark Few's pocket. Mark Few would tell Tommy Lloyd to go do something. Tommy would go do it over and over and over. So you should see this relationship mature into Tommy Lloyd finally goes, I think probably 2 years prior to him leaving, goes, all right, I got everything. Right? I've got everything this guy can teach me. I want to go. But he's running a good program.
Yeah.
He's a good recruiter, great recruiter. He's got relationships, that's for sure.
Great international recruiter. That's what Gonzaga did when they started off. They started getting these players from like France.
France.
Pretty much just France. It was pretty much Turioff, Ronnie Turioff. No, but they got, I think, Lithuania, France, a couple of people in Europe. Big Ben Kalen _ anywhere you get your social media. That's Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Discord. Make sure you follow the Discord. Keep those comments coming. Everyone was just a lot of SEC hate and support. Maybe we should talk a little bit more about the SEC. Things got a little spicy on our thread. But also, if you listen to our audio podcast or our video podcast on YouTube or anywhere you get your podcast, make sure you 5-star us, subscribe, give us a little thumbs up. We'll keep these bits coming. Next week, we'll preview the College Football Playoff. We've got the NBA Cup, Lakers, Spurs, OKC, Phoenix. You know what happened to the 2023 Lakers who won the Cup? Lost in the first round of the playoffs. You know what happened to the Bucks who won the NBA Cup last year? Lost first round of the playoffs.
Strong correlation. You don't want to win.
They should do your Ryan Day and miss a field goal so that they don't win the cup.
Jeez, that's the conspiracy that no one's talking about.
You know what is perfect?
Can we talk?
My outfit. Look at this. I should be on NBA League Fits. Do you see how the maroon comes with the stripe? I'm looking nice tonight. I'm all first team fits. Podcast first team. I'm like the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander of League Fits for podcasts.
You are far from it.
I'm a 5-tool.
At least look at this is the Northwest little green.
And podcaster. 5-tool. That's why I got
What would the tools of podcasting be?
Bits?
Wittiness, knowledge, bits, random knowledge. You really need random knowledge to stitch things together. And you got to be...
voice and the fit. And I got all 5. I'm a 5-tool podcaster.